with your set square. Like this, and like this. Like this, then like this. So for those joining, that's the sketch. So you can note the sketch down as we start the question. I've given the sketch and the dimension, so you can note it down as we start. What about this? Can you see it? Or it's not clear too? So that's the sketch. You can do the sketch down. Because once I start, I'll just be taking the dimension one after the other. For those of you online, So now I want to explain. You see, only 2%. Yes, it's part of the assignment now. Why are you asking if it's related? This one is the same thing as that diagram. The sketch self. So this is what you'll be seeing from, if you have the question with you, you can open it. We have to get it in first angle projection. That means the front and the side will be up. Then the plan will be down. Now, remember in the last one we did, our side view was here instead of here. For those of you that did the last one. If in that diagram, the front view is from the right hand side. In the diagram we have with you, the front view is from the right hand side, the arrow is from the right. That means the side is from where? From the left. So if the side is from the left, you will place it where? At your right, like opposite sides. The side is at the left, it will be at your right. If it's at your right, it will be at your left. So that's why this one is here and not here. In the civil group, somebody sent one and was one link like that. But that one also, it's not that it's wrong. You see, I corrected some things. I said that one is a third angle projection, that's one. If you follow the chart that I said with that guy. I said first is a third angle projection. And I also said secondly, the placement of that one is different from this one. Although it's almost the same thing, but it's different. So the placement also determines if you are doing the right thing or not. So this is how this one will be. Our 45-degree line will be like this, instead of like this. But it's still first angle projection. So if your side view is at the left hand side, in the main diagram, that means you are drawing it where? At your right. If it's at your right, that means you are drawing it where? At your left. Then your front view, under it, you have your plan. So this is what we are doing. So we are going to start the drawing one after the other. Now for us to start, in your drawing sheets, start from the left hand side, because at the right hand side you are going to have, if this is diagram, if this is your drawing sheet, everything you draw should not exceed this part. In fact, this diagram alone will take everything from here. You only have a small place. Now your title block. Your title block is here. Your title block is here, right? The isometric you want to add, it will be here. The isometric you want to add will be here. So what you are doing, this is the space that you are doing this. You are doing it at this space. So make sure you take note of that. Your title block will be here. So you don't need to demarcate, but just know that everything you are drawing is at this left hand side. So that your space can be enough. I'm going to use this side to explain. So now if this is our board, our total dimension that we have from our sketch is 84, then 136. So that means we are going to get our horizontal line. Vertically is 92 and 136. So let's say if we add the marginal line plus 1, that's 102 or something. So you want to do an horizontal line. You can just use your ruler to measure from up. That's from your borderline, from up. Mark downwards to around 11 centimeter. 11 centimeter. From your borderline. You know, if you now add borderline plus 1, that will have got 12. Mark 12 centimeter. That means 12 now. So you now use your T-square. Firstly, get your horizontal line that we are going to start for the drawing. You know, your orthographic starts with a horizontal line and your vertical line. Have you started? Start now. I'm doing it. You are looking at me. If you are following and you are not getting it, drop a comment. I'll check. So horizontal line, and then from the border line that you have there, downwards, it should be at a distance of around 11 centimeter. A distance of around 11 centimeter. So from there now, draw your horizontal line with your T-square. Make sure it's horizontal. So after the horizontal line, we want to get the vertical line. This one, from here to here is 84. If you have the one that's 94, let's say around 10. So from the borderline of the left hand side to this place, let's take around 10 centimeter. Let's take around 10 centimeter. So just mark around 10 centimeter from the borderline to this place. Let's mark around 10 centimeter. I said 11 or 12, then 10. So from this 10 now, our T-square to now get the other words, vertical. And if you are not with a T-square, you know what to do. Put your protractor 90 degree upward. Then draw a vertical line. Draw a vertical line downwards from there. So this will give us the first lines that we need. From there you can draw your marginal line and other things. So get your lines from there first, then we continue to the next part. Okay. So now after getting all these lines, we can now start. You know what to do, your marginal line. Firstly mark your 0.5. I normally use 0.5 because you don't need too much space. The essence of the marginal line is to separate between them. But when you are managing your space, you don't need to waste space. So from this place, let's say from the extreme end, 0.5 up and 0.5 down. Then from the other point also, you know how to do that, 0.5 up, 0.5 down. Join together as space line. You know how to get your marginal line 0.5 up and down. You can easily join them together with your t-square once you've marked your points. We do the same thing for the vertical. So we do the same thing for the vertical also. For the vertical line, from somewhere up also, 0.5 to the left, to the right, from somewhere down, 0.5 to the left and right, then you join. You join together and you extend it. 0. Going up and back. You're asking when I'm starting, when I've already started. I have started already. I don't know where you are going to. I have started. Now, I did 0.5 left and right, 0.5 left and right. Huh? Now, from these midpoints, you have 3 lines. The middle one at this place. You put your protector downwards. I have to do this thing again. You put your protector downwards. Okay, so next, you take your protractor, from this center, 45 degree, downwards. Then draw it down from here, 45 degrees. From this center, these midpoints. No, you have 3 lines. The middle ones meet at this point. You put your protractor there, upside down, making sure 0 and 180 is on the line. Then you mark 45 to this lower corner. Then you turn it together. Faint line. Mind you, all these lines are faint. You don't start with a thick line. All these lines are faint line. So 45 degrees, you get your marginal line. So this is how we start for this question. So now, I said the sketch already. I've given you the sketch. So we're going to take the sketch one after and get the parts of the drawing. So the first thing to do, let's start from the front view. After the front view, we take the side, then the plan. The plan is one that looks a little bit complex. Actually, all these things are not so hard. Just, you have a diagram. It's just for you to view it. What are you seeing? These are the 3 things I can see from the front, from the side, and from the plan. So the first of all, we have total dimension is 84. Total dimension is 84. Total height is 92. So first of all, 8.4. Now, what you are going to do, you are just marking the points. No thick line yet. I will tell you where to draw a thick line as we go. So first of all, from here, (84), that's 8.4 centimeter. (8.4 centimeter). (8.4 centimeter). Abdul Samad, are you following? 8.4 centimeter. From this point, 8.4. Then from the lower of this same line. So any point down here also mark 8.4. But make sure your ruler is horizontal, not slant. Make sure your ruler is horizontal. 8.4, and I said from the same line, any point down, also mark 8.4. Any point downwards but from this line, this first one, mark 8.4. So that when you now use your ruler to join and extend it as faint line, this is what you have. And if you don't want to do it like that, you can also use your T-square. T-square makes it faster. You just put it at the top. It's just to get a vertical line that passes through these points. But because most of those doesn't have a T-square and doesn't know how to use it, so 8.4, from any point downwards, 8.4. Join it and extend it. If there's any question, you can drop a comment. I will explain. 8.4. That's the first one we have there. Okay. I want us to be taking it gradually so that now this act here. Let's take a small part. This small part here is 16. I want us to take it in the simple way that we can get everything once. This small part is 16. That's this part like this. 16. That's 1.6. So from this point, mark 1.6. I'm writing, let me write it as 16 so that you know it's in millimeters. From this point, that's 16. That's 1.6. From this point, that's also 16. 1.6. From any point at the right hand side here, you do the same thing. Okay. So from this point upwards 16. From this point upwards 16. From many points here also upward. That's 16. Then take your ruler or your T-square horizontally. Please, all these lines are faint and extend them. Don't just stop where you mark. Extend it as long as these three lines. Extend it to be of almost the same. Okay. So you know you are going to have your title block here, right? So don't let it get to this title block. So somewhere around here is okay. So you shouldn't get your title block. So somewhere around here. Because this part you are going to have something else. So somewhere around here. So we'll join and extend that 1.6. If you are not getting it, the parent sitting beside you, ask him or her. So 1.6. I said 8.4. That's the next thing we did. We draw vertically. Then 1.6 upward. We join horizontally. Then we extend it to the right hand side. Okay. Next. Now, based on what I'm having from my sketch, this is the sketch that we are transferring to this. I can see that all these things must intersect as thick lines, right? So this one that we've got here, make it thick. So that as we continue, we can be getting each part. So this rectangular part that we've gotten here, let it be thick. Please, my triple line or my double line indicates that it's a thick line. But in your own, it doesn't mean it should be double line. There should be no double line. I'm just using the double line to differentiate between my thick line and my faint line. When you see one line of my own, it means faint line. But when you see double, triple of mine, it means thick line. So your double line should be just one line. It should not be double. Your thick line should just be one. So that's the first part there. Then we continue to take it up and all along like that. Now, the total height here is 92. I'm following the sketch. The total height there is 92. So from that 18 before that we started from, we take 8.2 upward. 9.2 upward. From the first point I started, not from the one and one, from the first point I started from. I will show it now. From the first point, I mean from this place. From this place, you can see from the sketch. So from this place is everything. From this place upward, 9.2. 92. From this place, the lower part, extreme lower part, upward, 9.2. You can come to somewhere here at the right also, mark your 9.2. 9.2 also, then you join it together as straight line. You extend it just like I have it on the board here. Because those lines, you use them for this side view. And I said extend the line as long as possible. That's 9.2. If you are just joining and you've omitted the parts, you know you can go back and replay what I've done. So 9.2. Another height that we have there, I want to just get the height once before we continue. We have 49, right? Do this from here to here. 49. So we are going to get 4.9 from this 16. You know, it started from this 16 from the sketch. So we are going to get 4.9. That's from this 1.6, 4.9 up. From this 1.6, 4.9 up. From here also, from the right hand side also, 4.9 up. Join it together, print line. So 4.9, so that everything together is 8.2. So from the 1.6, I say 4.9 up. You do it from this point, from the other point here, from the extreme point at this place, join everything together as a straight line. Faint. My single line means my faint line. Please let there be difference in this diagram. It should be very faint because we are going to have a lot of lines. A lot of lines. So make sure they are faint. The ones that should be faint, be faint. This is the only line now that I've said should be thick. If they are too faint, if they are too thick, erase them. So that only this one will be thick for now as we continue. The next part. Horizontally, we have 52 and 16. We have 52 and 16. So let's get these two at a time. That means 52 from the left, 16 from the right. 52 from the left, 16 from the right. From this left hand side, mark 5.2. Then from this right hand side, mark 1.6. I say from the left hand side, mark 5.2. From the right hand side, mark 1.6. From the left hand side, 5.2. From the right hand side, 1.6. Then do it somewhere. Let's remove it. Somewhere down also, from down parts. Let me make it see. No, just put my points, okay. From somewhere down also, 5.2. Then 1.6. Like from this same line, 5.2, 5.2, 1.6, 1.6. Then you join it together as straight line. You join it together as straight line. 5.2 and 1.6. 5.2 and 1.6. Okay. Okay. I'm sorry we've gotten the line. Faint line. Now the next thing, once you get that slant line and the other one, we are given that the angle here will be 60 degrees from we have from the diagram itself. You know, if you are dealing with a triangle, angle in a triangle is 180. If this place is 90, like if it's under 90, 60, that means that will be 30. 60, 30, 90, making 180 in total. So initially we are not given this 30, we are given 60 here. But you know, if we got it, bastard let us start from here, it will be 90. So that's why this range is 30. So what we want to do is this. We put a protractor here to get angle 30 downwards. That should give us that start time. Now, this is what we want to do. From this point of 16, from this point of 16, you know, we have a straight line that comes down. Take your protractor. Take your protractor like this. Take your protractor like this. The center to the point of 16. This is the point of 16 here. Let the center be to the point. Then 0 be on this line of 16. Center to the point. 0 around it. 0 be on the line of 16. So you are going to count 30. That will be 30 degrees. To give you somewhere here. 0, 10, 20, 30. Somewhere down here, 30 degrees. Center to the point of 16, making sure it's on the line. You mark 30 degrees. Once you mark 30 degrees, you take your ruler. You take your ruler. Now this one will be a thick line because that's, you cannot extend it to anywhere. So you take your ruler. So from this 16, join it downwards as thick line. It's going to intersect somewhere around here. It will intersect after the line. 16. Now from that 16, that's what I said. From this 16, only this one take line first. I will say the other one I will take line. So only this one take line. I said you put a protractor there and put 30 downwards. Then that line from this place downwards, thick line. Once you've gotten that, you can get the other thick line there. So let this 16 be thick. And the height here of this 16 parts, let this place also be thick. So that we can have something like this. As I said, my double or triple line is my thick line to show what we have. My single line and my faint line. So this is the only thick line we have here now. Do we all have that? Okay. Next. The next thing now is to get that other part. We already have it here. This 4.9 in your drawing, this line, does it pass through this place? No. Is it almost? For some, it's a pass through. Does it pass through? It's supposed to pass through. That's where I got that dimension from. It's from my own drawing, that's where I get that 52. But if from your own, it's not passing through. No problem. But it's supposed to pass through. It's supposed to pass through this line. That 30 degrees is supposed to pass through like this. But if it's not passing through, don't worry. For those that is not passing through, what's your dimension from here to here? From this place to where it's meeting, what's your dimension? 6. It should not be up to 6. 5.7, 5.4, 0.5, 0.4. Okay, just 2 mm difference. Who else? 4.9. 4.9. 2 back. 4. That's wrong. 4. That's wrong. That's wrong. Check your step again, please. Even though you get something, either you get 5, between 5 and 5.4 at most. But nevertheless, what you have gotten now, join this line to this 4.9. This 1.6 to this 4.9 thick line, then join from this 4.9 to this slant line. Wherever it's meeting, join it together, thick line. Wherever it's meeting, join it together as thick line. Wherever it's meeting, join together as thick line. So that we can have this shape first. Now, if your own is not meeting, this a little correction in your diagram. If your own is not passing through this line, here, take your, okay, first of all, erase this your 5.2. If your own is not passing through that 5.2, erase it. If your own is not passing through 5.2, your own is 5.4, erase the 5.2. Then do your 5.4 instead. Then join. I say for some of you, your own is not passing through this 5.2. It's not meeting there. So if your own is not meeting, erase this line of 5.2. When you do that, take your dimension from here to here. If your own is 5.4, come here, mark your 5.4. That will be your own line instead. Because we use that line at this part. So there may be a little variation in construction, but you shouldn't have much differences. Like 5.2, 5.4, still okay. 5.25, still okay. But you cannot have 4. You cannot even have 4 points. The margin should not be much. Next, so the next part, the broken lines that we have from that front view. Let's put them before we continue to the other parts. Although in normal construction, we just take the circle from the plan, we trace it up. But we can easily get it from what we have here. Now, from that sketch that I showed earlier, the broken line, what does it indicate? To show that there is a hole in the structure that we cannot see in the front. So we indicate with a broken line that it passed through. So now the distance from the center is what? 14. The radius is what? Of the small one is what? 7. That means from end to here is 14, and from end to here is 7. Distance from this edge to this place, this is what I showed you, is 14. The radius of the small circle is what? 7. That means from the center to the edge here is 14. While from the edge to this edge here is 7. This small part is 7. So 7 plus 7 will give us what? 14. I think I also showed it here. So with this method that we use in this side view, that is what we are going to use to get this small tree. So we are going to mark 7 3 times. Or should we get it 4 so that we get it once? 1, 2, 3. Just 3 times. 1, 2, and 3. The second one will be the midpoint, which we use later for our plan. The third one will be for this one, second and first and third. So let's see what we are going to do here. So from here, from these two parts, this is what we want to do. Mark 0.7. From that 0.7, mark another one. From that 0.7, mark another one, making 3. I said from the left edge, mark 0.7. From that 0.7, put your ruler there again. Mark another 0.7, becoming 1.4. From that 0.7, mark another 0.7, becoming what? 2.1. From this place, from this extreme end, 0.7. If you have 0.7, the next one, that's 1.4. If you have 0.7, that's the next one, that's 2.1. So 0.7, 1.4, 2.1. We do the same thing somewhere down also. Making sure your ruler is horizontal. 0.7, 1.4, 2.1. If you just place your ruler once, just take that measurement. 0.7, 1.4, 2.1. Everything is 7 mm differences. 0.7, 1.4, then 2.1. So that everything is 0.7 difference. Once you've gotten that, take your ruler or your T-square to join vertically as straight line. Join vertically as straight line. Then the third one also. Join them vertically as straight line. Join vertically at straight line. This is how we are doing it for first angle projection. Because in our question, the side view is at the left hand side. So if the side view is at the left hand side, that means we are placing it to the right in first angle projection. So I said 0.7 for each of them. 0.7, and 0.7 that's 1.4, and 0.7 again 2.1. The same thing down here. We join together, 3 of them, faint line. Now, what we have done at the left-hand side, we want to do the same thing at the right-hand side. As I have said, we are going to have many lines. We've not even started yet. We are going to have many lines. So this is why your faint line has to be faint. Now, from here, 0.7, add 0.7 again, 1.4, add 0.7 again, 2.1. From down, 0.7, add 1.4, add 2.1. Okay, for this one, you're going to be. For this one, the other one will pass. So 0.7, 1.4, then 2.1. The other one will pass this line. So 0.7, 1.4, then 2.1. That's from this line, not the middle one. Don't mix up the line. From this line, 0.7, 1.4, 2.1. 0.7, 1.4, 2.1. Please make sure the dimensions are accurate so that it will not affect the other diagram. So after that, you join them, then you extend. You join and extend. Join and extend. So with this line now, we can now get the broken line. Okay. So after getting those three lines that we have there, so from those three lines, we can continue. You have a question? Okay. After this, I will come and check. Now, broken line. Now, this first line, we leave the middle one. So we are only using the first and the third. Those three lines that we have, we're only making use of the first and the third. The middle one is for us to get our midpoint of the circle data. So only the first and the third. So this first one, in between here, is a broken line. It will be thick, but broken line. That's the first one. The third one also, thick, but broken line. Leave the middle one. Do the same thing at the right hand side. Thick. Yes, 7, 7, 7. Thick but broken line. Leave the middle one. Now, in this one, this 1.6, you don't have any business with 1.6. So it's just this one and this one. At the left hand side, it's only one line that's at the center. But at the right hand side, it will be 2 at the center. At the left hand side, it's only 1 that is at the center. At the right hand side, it will be 2 at the center. Because this 1.6, we don't have business with it. You can, I'm sure you can see it from the diagram. So this is what we have for the front view. Then from there, we can go to the side view. So let me see what we've got. It's correct. If I do whether it's something. Now, make the line thick. What you are seeing there. So that's the first one. So to the side is now, okay, so the side view. So the side view now, going to take the dimension. So taking the dimension we have from the sketch, the total length is 136. That's 13.6. It's very long. Yes. 13.6. So that's what we're going to do first. About 13.6, 13.6, and we'll join. Now, where are we starting from? This is the base of the front. This is the base of the front view. Leave one line, which is the margin, then start from the next one, which is this one. I repeat, this is the base of the front view. Then we started from the front. So leave a line, then start from the next one. So we are starting from there. So from this place now, which is this line, 13.6 is the total length. So from here, mark 13.6. From any point downwards, mark 13.6. Join and extend it together vertically. Join and extend it together vertically. .6. Join and extend together vertically. So mark 13.6, mark 13.6. Join it and extend it together vertically. That's the first one to determine the total length. So firstly 13.6 to get the total length. to get the total length. Now the next one, for my sketch that we have here, I have calculated the distance from here to here, 28. How do I get it? I said 80 out to be the middle of what? Of 136. Right? If 80 is the middle of 136, how do I calculate? I said 136 minus 80. I subtract it, I have 56. And I divide 56 by 2. That gives me what? 28. Am I correct? Yes. So that's how I get the 28. So that 480 can be in between of 136. In construction, you don't only draw, you also calculate. So now for that 28, that means 28 left and right. That's what I'm going to do now. From this space now of 136, from here, you know we have total height here. So you can take it from there. From here, mark 2.8, that's 28, to your left, to your right. Then from your right, mark 2.8 to your left. From somewhere down also, 2.8, then 2.8, you do the same thing. Make sure your dimensions are correct so that your line can be vertical. Then join them together as a faint line. 2.8, 2.8. Join together as faint line. I repeat, I said from here 2.8, from here 2.8, that's from that 0 to 136. 2.8, 2.8, then from anywhere down also 2.8, 2.8. Making sure you realize your horizontal. So join it together vertically. You can join vertically with your T-square or your ruler. Please make sure those lines, you extend them as long as possible. Extend them as long as possible. Next, okay. Let's get a thick line so that we can see what we have gotten first before we continue. Step by step. Now, from this base that we started from, this place upward, 1.6 thick line. So the 136 thick line, then to the 1.6 again upward thick line. Do this theory first. Vertically upward, please make sure only what I did on the board is what you are doing. Some lines are not thick, so don't mix them up. So my double triple line indicates my thick line. So this C part and stick line first. Where we started from 1.6 up. Where we started from 136, then 1.6 up. Stick line first. Done? One 1.6, 136, and then 1.6 vertically up. As I've said earlier, this is how we arrange it in first angle projection. Since the front view is from the right hand side and the side view is from the left. So in first angle, if the side view is from the left, we put it at the right. So that's why it's going to be like this. Then the plan will be planned there. So after this stick line, now this one will intersect with this 2.8 here. So join this one also as stick line. This one also has straight line. Then upward to the extreme height. You are going to see the extreme height that comes from the front. That's why you draw it. A straight line. So that you can have this. So this will be your thick line that you have from that construction first before we continue. So we have that part first as thick line. As we continue to the other part, the same side, the inner part. Now for the inner parts of that part then of this side here, for my sketch, I've given that the results is 4, right? I have shown that this page is 4. This is 2 parts here, and here is also 4. Then after that, we have our protractor. So for that 4 mm, that's 0.4 centimeter. From here, 0.4 centimeter. From here, 0.4 centimeter. Do the same thing downwards. 0.4, 0.4. Join and extend. Join and extend. Things like say from here to here, 0.4. From this edge here, 0.4. Do the same thing downwards. Then you extend. 0.4 centimeter. .4 centimeter. .4 centimeter. 0.4, 0.4, 0.4, 0.4. Join and extend. So this little 0.4 here, it can be a straight line because we are going to use it. We can see it from our sketch. That 0.4, it can be a straight line because we will use it in our. You can see it from our sketch. So that's 0.4 now, we'll make it 2. Have you done that? The 2. Now next is to take our protractor. Because the angle there is angle 60. You take your protractor. Your protractor on the line at that point 4. This point 4. Protractor on the line, center to this point 4. I said 0.4, 0.4, do the same thing down, we have joined. And now say from this 0.4, the center of the protractor at that 4, center to the 4, making sure it's on the line. Center to the 4, center of the protractor to the 4, making sure it's on the line. Now mark 60 degrees to your right, like this. 60 degrees to your right, to be at this place. This is 0.4. Which protractor then? So that's 0.4. Make sure it's on the line. You mark 60 degrees to your right. Do the same thing for this place. At the other 0.4, 60 degrees to your left. Zero 0.4, do the same thing downwards. Join together, faint line. Then with your protractor, put it at this point 4. Make sure it's on the line, 60 degrees to your right. At the other point 4 at the right, put it there, protractor, 60 degrees to your left. The 2 points, join and extend as faint line. Join and extend the 2 points as faint line. Join and extend the 2 points. So some tobacco we don't highlight it at the right hand side. So when you see 120 there you go, it means smaller radius, smaller angle there is 60. Now next thing, if our construction is correct, if your own is correct, from here to here, it's going to be 1.6. Check. If your construction is correct, if our construction is correct, it's going to be 1.6. Even though it's not 1.6, 1.5, just the 1.6, right? Because you've taken it from this place, I was able to get that through calculation too. So what do we have to do? We make it thick. So, no, not thick, yes. Okay, yeah, let's make it thick. Later we are going to use it at that part. Now, from here to here, thick line. So that this part now, make it thick. So this part make it thick, the upper part also, so that it's going to look like the sketch that we have. It's going to look like the sketch that we have for this part. It's going to look like the sketch that we have there. This place is not joining. Like that. So the next thing now is to get the broken line that is within the side line. Which I will got something once we have on the board. We are almost done. It's just remaining one time. Now today we get the broken line at the left and at the right. We do the same thing that we did at this front view. That we take 777. 777. We do the same thing here. What I mean is this from here. 7. That's 0.7. Add 0.7, 1.4. Add 0.7, 2.1. I mean, do the same thing downwards. 7, 7, 7. So you join them together in this line. Then from here also 7, 7, 7 again. 7, 1.4, 2.1. Do the same thing down. 7, 1.4, 2.1. Join them together also, extend. Join together, extend. Join together, extend. Fifth line. I say just like we did in the front view. 7, 7, 7 for each part there. 7, 7, 7 for each part. Then after that, the middle line will be, we are not dealing with that, so just the first and the third of the thick line. This is the first, and this is the third. Thick broken line. We don't need business with the middle one. Same thing here, this one, we don't need anything with this and this. So that's what I got to have. So the first one also here, thick line, thick broken line, and the third also will be thick broken line. So that's what we are going to have for the side view. 7, 7, 7, join the first and the third. So that it gives us the side view. 0.7, 0.7, also to add increase. 0.7 to 1.4. Join things now. And then you change there with the local line. So that gives us the side line. And go to the plan. So from those two lines, the first one and the third, from extreme end, the first and the third is the one that will go through. From the extreme end, you are taking from the right, from there. So that is the first, what the first one? And now we go. The next one will go. So the next one will go. So the first and the third. The first and the third from the extreme end, either from the left or from the right. That's the one that will go behind. The second one, we just repeat like that. Next, so the plan. I told you we are going to spend 2 hours. This is 1 hour, 35 minutes. This is 1 hour, 35 minutes. I still tried because when I was doing it on my own, I spent that 2 hours on my own when I was doing it. So which means when you do it again, you not spend more than 1 hour. So now to the plan. You can see how the plan looks like. To do the plan first, we need to get all those circles and curves before we get these middle parts. We need to get the circles and the curve before we get the middle parts. So I've given you the dimension to note the midpoints. I said it's 14 and 14. Give us the midpoints. 14 and 14. 14, 14 and 14, 14. Give us the midpoints. So the first thing is to note the midpoints. Now, how do we do that? Now, come here. This is the base. Okay, let me start from here. This is the base of the front view. This is the base of the front view. Please make sure the lines are not confusing. So watch as I'm doing it. This is the base of the front view. This is the next line. Leave the next line, right? And go to the next one. That means you are starting from here. This is the base of the front view. Leave the next line and go to the next one. So from here now, so we are going to mark 1.4 and 1.4. You know, originally, 1, 2. From here to here is 1.4 from your drawing. Check your drawing now. Originally from your drawing, from here to, not this line, this one. From here to this place is 1.4. Am I right? It's 1.4, right? It's one that comes from this midpoint. Now I said this middle line that we do not tick will be the midpoint for the next one. This is where we start from. This one is 7, right? This one is the 14, right? Now from this place, mark 1.4 downwards. I only make it of the start so that you can know what I'm dealing with. Just as a dot. Mark 1.4 downwards from there. I will explain again. This is the base of the front view. Leave a line, that's the next one. From here to here is 1.4. This second line is 1.4. So with your ruler, mark 1.4 downwards. So just mark the points. Now if you come to the right hand side, this is the base at the extreme end of the left side rather. This is the base of the extreme end of the left hand side. This is the base here. 1, 2, right? This 2 gives 1.4. From here to here, from this space downwards also, mark 1.4. Just as a point. So we have 2 points already there, right? Okay. Now before we continue, let's get the down parts so that we can do the circles at the time. The total height of our plan, we said is going to be what? 136. Total height is what? 136. From this base, this is the base, this is where the plan is starting from. So we said we leave one line and we start from there. We leave one line and we start from there. So from here, mark 30.6 downwards. Then from the other one also, mark 30.6 downwards. When you do that, join it and extend it to your right. I'm explaining again. I said this is the base of the front view. Leave a line in the next one. From this place, 30.6 down. This is the base of the front view. Leave a line in the next one. From this place, 30.6 down. Join it and extend. Faint lines, don't forget. Next, so just like we did for these two that is up here. Now if you look at these down parts, we've gotten the 136. Now if you look at these down parts, 1, 2, this second one will move 1.4 also. If your construction is accurate. 1, 2. From this lowest part of 30.6, this second one will 1.4. That's from the left 1, 2. This one is 1.4. So take 1.4 up. That's the midpoint for the circle here. I explain again. This is the extreme end here. That 30.6. From here to the second one is 1.4. Then from this 1.4, just take your ruler upwards. That's another 1.4 to get your midpoint for your circle. This is 30.6, 1.4, the second line, then 1.4 up. That's the midpoint. Now, if you now come to this part too, look at this base. This one. Now this one coming downwards, trace your line. This is the base here. Please make sure you are using the right line, the main one. This line that comes down from the front, where is meeting the 30.6, that's where I want to take the next one. So just note that place to be the base of the plan. Now from here also, 1, 2, that's 14. Then upwards, another 1.4. So we have 4 points for our circles now. So we have 4 points for our circles. So we now take our compass. So take a radius of 0.7. Take a radius of 0.7 centimeter. Take a radius of 0.7 centimeter. Now take a compass. radius of 0.7 centimeter. Take a radius of 0.7. Now, from this place, if you put your compass there and you want to draw your circle, that circle, it will pass through the two lines that is beside it. This is what I mean. Your circle will be like this. It will intersect with it. Am I correct? That's of radius 7. Radius of 7 from the first midpoint. If they pass through the two line that is beside that point, like this, it will pass through. It will be meeting the left and the right. Do the same thing at the other one also. It will also be the same. If your radius are shaken, you can adjust it to make sure it's accurate. For the 4 points, that's what we do. For the 4 points, the radius of 7. You know the 4 point I'm talking about? The 4 points of that 1.4 that we got now. So you are going to have 4 circles there. The circle will be deep. And be careful when you are drawing the circles. .4. Radius 7. You've gotten the 4 circles. You should be seeing those the way that I explained. The 4 circles gotten. Now, the remaining one now is the 4 arcs. To get the 4 arcs and the 4 edges of this now, just like I have on the sketch. This radius for that one is going to be 14. So now take a radius of 1.4 for the next one. With your compass, a radius of 1.4. Compass radius of 1.4. Radius of 1.4. The same midpoints. Let's start from this first one. Now, when you want to draw this one, it will intersect two lines. It will meet this line here and this line here. Let me show you how it's going to be. You are just drawing something like this. Finish. So it's just like a quarter of a circle. That's how you are going to have it. Yeah. It will meet this line and meet this line from the same midpoint. Radius of 1.4. Just to meet. You should not exceed. Once it's meeting, you stop. Just from here to here. Because at the end of the day, it's line that we used to join them together. Do the same thing at this part too. It will meet this two. You can refer it to what I'm having on the board so that you can know you are doing the right thing. It will meet the other line down here from the same midpoint as an arc. Then it will meet the other line down here from the same midpoint. That's with a radius of 1.4. With the radius of 1.4. From the same midpoint of the one for circle 7, that's where we take it from 2. with a radius of 1.4. So we join them together. Radius of 1.4. So after that, you take your ruler to join the intersection together, the arcs. So you just join from here to here, our straight line. It's just like blending them together so that it should be. So don't make sure they are blended together. So our stick line, our stick line. So you join the lines together. Then the lower part also our stick line. So that gives us the outer space of the plan, and we continue to the inside. Do we have that? So next, we've gotten the outside now. We need that inside. Let me check what we have. We have a single inch. we are going to we are able to. Okay. This is 1 hour 54 minutes. We still have 6 minutes. Now for the inner parts, for the inside. For the inside, we are still following the second. You know what to get out to get this section. So if you don't know that second part, you can still leave it. The other part. So let's get the inside. If there's a part you don't get, later you can watch it and see the correction. So you know that the circle will be there and there. This middle part does not affect this part. So you can go back to it later. Now for this inside now, just like I did in this place, 80 is in between 136. So that we can get 28 and what? 28. So this is what we are going to do. From this place now, this up, 2.8 down. From this place, 2.8 up. Do the same thing somewhere else. 2.8, 2.8. Join it together and extend. 2.8 down. You know, from the line, from where your plan starts from, downwards. And from where your plan ends, upward. That's why you do it. From where it starts, and from this line also, do the same thing from any point here, up, from any point here, down. Join the two together as straight line. Join the two together as straight line. That's 2.8, 2.8. Up, down, up, down. 2.8, 2.8. 2.8 and 2.8. Next, are we there? A person says 2.8 down, 2.8 up. We've done that. The next one is 3.2. Now this 2.8 will help us to get this place. But the 3.2 will help us to get this place. So this 2 is necessary. How do I get the 3.2? Let me tell you. From H to H is 28, right? No, we now added 4. We added 4 at that side view. 28 plus 4, that's what? 32. So that we can get this place. So what I mean is that from the same points, we started 28, 2.1. Okay, just do that. Just add 4. Abi, that will be better. Just add 4. Add 4 here. That will be better. That's 0.4. From this 2.8 that you got in, just add 4. Done. From this 2.8, just add 4. 0.4 centimeter. So that everything can go 3.2. You've gotten your 2.8. So from here, just add 0.4 inside like this. Do the same thing here also. 0.4 down, 0.4 up. Join them together, straight line. Join together, straight line. 0.4 up, 0.4 down. Join together, straight line. Join together as straight line. Join together as straight line. Next, please very quickly, time is against us so that we can finish this. I'm tired. Okay, one more thing. Once we're able to do this one, we draw our tick line. Now, in your construction, From your side view, what is the distance from here to here? In your construction, from your side, what's the distance from here to here? From here to here. 3? From here to here. 3. 1.6. 3. My own is 3.2. My own is 3.2. Because 3.2 plus 3.2 plus 1.6 give us 8. Don't worry, whatever you have. What do you have? 2.6. From here to here is what? You have 3, I mean. Let's continue with your 3. 3, right? Okay. Now, what you now have there, from this 4, take it down. From this 4, take it up. 3. That 3 now is what? 3 centimeter. That's 30. Not 0.3, 30. Are you getting what I'm saying? From that 4 that we have stopped, from that 4, from the 4 down, 30, from the 4 up, 30, 3 centimeter. When you see 30, that means it's 3. When you see 4, that means 0.4. That's why I'm writing it this way. So you take that 3. Then you do the same thing here, from 4 also. 30, 30. Then you join it together. Fence line. Have you done that? I said from the 4 that we got 3 centimeter down, 3 centimeter up. From that same 4 at the right hand side, 3 centimeter down, 3 centimeter up. Join together, fence line. So now, let's get our thick line that we need. This is the last step that we do, and we are done. Now, this is it. Your line from your front view. You remember this line from your front view? Now, this is the essence of you extending your line. Remember this line from your front view. This line from the front view, this line. Can you see it where this place is meeting? Now you're 5.4, 5.2, 5.4 something. This line. Can you see it? Now where this line is meeting with this one, this place here. Where this place is meeting with this place here. Join this place together as thick line. Join this place together as thick line. Then its down part also, its back part is here. Join it together also as thick line. Only this place will. I say from your front view, where this line intersects with this place here, thick line, that's where you need to stop, thick line. That's what gives us this upper part and this lower part. Next, we are still going to extend the line. Now, this one, in your joint, do we have a point here? This one's supposed to end here. Do you have a point here? Where this line is meeting, this point. And that's why I said your own is not supposed to meet at that place. It's separate. Now this place, what's the dimension from here? Where this last line is meeting, what's the dimension from here? Measure it. No, now, like from the extreme end to this slant line where it's intersecting. I think it should be 2.9. 2.9, 2.8, I believe. Whatever you have, that's what you are going to use. 2.9, 2.8, I believe. 2. What again? What's yours? Wow. So that 2.9, 2.4 now. So you now come to this place. Just anywhere here in the map. You want to get the fixed line. I'm sure you understand what you are trying to do. So from anywhere down also, fixed line. So this 2.4 that time. Huh? Is it 2.4 I got? No, I don't think it's 2.4. I think it's 2.9. It's 2.4. That is good. So anyways, from here, what you got, 2.9 or 2.4, then you come to somewhere here, you mark it, then you join it fixed line. Have you gotten that? Yeah. Please, I'm tired, though. I want to go. I'm even supposed to travel side to go, but it's not visible. Boy is waiting, final is waiting. Now from here, so this is where this line will end. Not this one. This one is for another one. This is where this line will end. Do you get what I'm trying to see here? The thick line. This thick line that we have drawn is supposed to end where this one is meeting. Your own too. Let it meet. Let it meet here. This thick line that we have gotten from that end, this is where it's going to meet. From here, it's going to meet here. The other one also is going to meet here. That's one. Now, look at this place. You just do it like this, just with your ruler and pencil, to meet this place and to come here, thick line. So take it up to the next line and to come here, thick line, so that you have something like this. Do you see that? Just with your ruler and pencil, from here to join to the next line, then you take it. From here up to the next line, then you take it. That's just what you will do. So that you have this case. That's what you have there. So to this point, down, you join. To this point, up, you join. Thick line. This one. From here to here. It actually have measurements, but I didn't note it here. I showed you the way to get it. You've gotten these points, this line. The distance from here to here, I said take it down. That's how you get that line. Although in my own construction, the measurement of this one in my own is 6.05. What's your own? No, I mean when you are done with it, what's your own? From here to here. 5.9. Still close. Who else? 6.5. Too much.
Only 6 on dots.
Only 6 on dots. It's still okay. So that's what I'm trying to establish here. So join this, take it down to the next line. You join this, take it up to the next line. You've gotten that. Now let's get it in one part. Now, if you look at your up here, this 1.6, this tip, look at your front view. Look at your front view. This 1.6, this tip here. You know, the line comes down. That's why I said all lines, extending those lines, they are necessary. It's not just for the side or for waist. It's because it will help you to do the next thing. Now, where this line of 1.6 comes down, in between this place, this is here, or like my own, this is in between here, the be a stick line. That's from the line of this 1.6. This line of 1.6, where it meets this place here, in between, will be thick line. Where it meets in between here, the thick line. So that's the only thick line that we have here at this part. We have that from this point of 1.6, where it's meeting in between here, is thick line. Next, this one, this intersection here, these are our 5.2, 5.4 arguments. From here now, where is meeting in between? Look at it. Not this line. You know, this line has already been used for this one. These two that is at the center. You know, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 now. That is inside here. But these two that is at the center, from this place, join them together. Then extend it to your end part like this. It will show you something like this. This is what I do. This from the front view, this line, this tip here, you know, it comes down. So where is meeting this place? The two lines in between. Join it, then extend it. So that you have this shape. Just a C shape like this. Do you have that? From this place, it comes downwards. You know, we have 4 lines here, 1, 2, 3, 4. But these two, join these two together at this line, then extend it to this place, thick line. When you are done with that, the last 2 lines to draw is this. Join this tip to this place, and this tip to this place. Join this tip to this place, and this tip to this place. So that you have something like this. That's all for the construction. So that's all on this. Thank you, the prof. Thank you, CR72, Abdusalam, Lord Ban, and others.